Well, once again, for the first time since 1999, the Braves are in the World Series, trying to win their first World Series title since 1995. And joining us now by Zoom to talk more about that is former Braves pitcher, four-time All-Star, and now the pitching coach at Auburn University, his alma mater, Tim Hudson. Huddy, good to see you this morning.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing well. I really appreciate you taking a little time to talk to us. Obviously, you pitched in a lot of big games, not just for the Braves, but also the Athletics, and of course won a World Series with the Giants in 2014. What is the pressure like? Is it different in a World Series? It's probably a stupid question, but I know you probably try to keep the same routine, but how different is the pressure that you feel as a pitcher?
Yeah, it is different. It's the same kind of pressure or excitement or anxiety, whatever you want to call it. As if when you make your big league debut or anytime you're pitching in a big game like an all-star game or any of the playoffs is there's some of that added pressure. But once you get into the World Series and it is kicked up to another level. There's no question about it. All the things that you've done during the off seasons and all the work that you've put in. It's coming down to those last seven games or so, best out of seven, and it is a little more pressure. There's no question about it. So much more rides on each pitch, every at bat, every play, every call of the umpire. There's a lot of things that if things happen in July, it's just one game, but then come playoff time, especially the World Series, everything is magnified, everything's looked at and scrutinized to the tooth and nail.
You're in the Braves Hall of Fame. You grew up in Phoenix City. You're born in Columbus, Georgia. Did you grow up a Braves fan, and are you kind of rooting for them?
I did grow up a Braves fan, yeah, and of course, I'm a Brave, through and through. Even though I played with two other amazing, organizations. I spent most of my time in Atlanta. 9 unbelievable years, and love the coaches there, love the front office. The lone player still on the team is Freddie Freeman that I played with. So
yeah.
Just tells you how old I am. But I'm so excited for what they're doing. I love Brian Snitker and his family to death. I couldn't be more happy for him. And it's really exciting. I know how hard this organization's worked over the years to get back to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so thrilled for Brian to be able to lead this. I mean, you couldn't have picked a better guy, a better story, than him. A lifer, Atlanta Brave, played through their minor league organization, was a coach forever. Finally had a chance to take over the managerial spot, and he's done an unbelievable job. I'm so happy for him.
And Tim, they seem to have really caught lightning in a bottle. When you look where they were back in June and even August, they lose one of their best players, if not they're the best player in baseball in Acuna Jr., but they really rallied here. How do you like their chances against the Astros in terms of the pitching mashups and also the lineup?
Yeah, I like their chance. Anybody can win in the playoffs. Everybody's good when they get there. It's all about who's hot at the right time, what the pitching is doing during that time. And what players are hot. I don't know that you're going to find a hotter player in baseball than Rosario. I think what he done, it was unbelievable. I really do think that they have a really good chance. Houston is a really good ball team. I mean, they're there for a reason. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of talent. They're led by a lot of great players as well. So it should be a really good one. But going back to what you said, I mean, losing Acuna. Mike Soroka was a guy. I mean, I think he's one of the best young pitchers in the game, and he's the injuries that he had last year and then coming into this year, that was a big blow. But it just tells you, about the front office in Atlanta and what they're doing. They went out and made some moves to get their team better, to help them get over the hump and to try to make this run and get to the playoffs. And they caught fire at the right time. And I think, I know they have a lot of belief in their players that they're putting on the field every day. And, it's just, I love it. I mean, I think it's going to be a great World Series. But I like my Braves.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, Tim, fair or unfair, there are going to be a lot of fans of other teams that are going to be rooting against the Astros because of that cheating scandal, and we know a lot of the players that were involved with that have moved on to other teams. Still, though, that cloud sort of surrounds them. Do you sense that? Do you sense that maybe there'll be a lot of folks pulling for the Braves, that they are America's team?
I hope America's pulling for the Braves. I mean, I'm just a little partial on that side, obviously, but you know what? It's obviously unfortunate what happened in Houston, during that time, and you know, uh, unfortunately for them, there is going to be a little bit of a black cloud hanging above them, and there's going to always be a little bit of question marks here and there, but. You can't take that anything away from what they've done this year. I think the players are they're professionals and they want to be the best in the league, and they want to be the best at the end of the season, and be the last team standing when the last game's played. And it's you know last the past is in the past, and now is now, and these guys are going out there and trying to win. As a professional, you go out there, you just try not to hear the outside noise and all the everything going on. But I know that there's a lot of fans around baseball, just baseball fans in general. They're gonna have a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
If they think somebody had done something like that. And but I know the two players, Atlanta, the two teams are going to go out there and they're going to compete like nothing else is going on. And it's going to be good baseball, and it's going to be clean baseball. And, I'm excited to see it. But I think the Braves are a really great story, going from,
No doubt.
where we were, America's team and making the playoffs, winning their division so many years in a row, to where, the little bit of a cold spot that they had for a little while now, getting back to the World Series, since '99 is something I think a lot of baseball fans, but especially Braves fans, are really excited for.
Just a few more questions with Tim Hudson. Of course, I mentioned earlier you're now the baseball coach there at Auburn, where you played, were a position player as well as a pitcher. If I'm not mistaken, my numbers could be wrong on this, there are only 21 pitchers in Major League Baseball history who have at least 200 wins, have struck out at least 2,000 batters with a winning percentage of 600 or above. Of those 21, 14 are in the Hall of Fame. I think maybe your day is due in Cooperstown. But do the current players, these young players at Auburn, do they understand exactly how good you were?
I don't. I mean, it's sometimes. I'm a little older than them. I think their parents may understand. They're probably my age, and they were probably Braves fans or A's fans or whatever. But I'm really excited to work with these young boys. I mean, there's so much talent here. And it's just really exciting to come to the field every day and to try to, give back to them what so many pitching coaches have given to me throughout my career. Just come full circle and, to try to help them hopefully get to the big leagues one day. Obviously, it's not realistic for everybody to get there, but, I just feel like, whatever I can do to help them get better every day. And, my experiences as a player, and in the big leagues, I think really gives them some insight of what they can do, to prepare to not only win a championship here, but to win and to be really good at, after they leave Auburn and to know what to expect at the next levels.
One of the guys you competed against just recently got into the Hall of Fame. I'm talking about Derek Jeter, and of course he made one of the all-time greatest postseason plays in baseball memory history with the flip. Everybody knows about the flip. You were pitching with the A's at that time. So I got two questions here. First one being, what was your reaction when you saw that play? In terms of what you remember about it?
Well, my first reaction was, one, what is he doing there? He wasn't supposed to be. You would think that your shortstop would be somewhere other than in between first base and home whenever there's a play at home. But another one was wondering why in the world Jeremy Jami didn't slide. and so those are the two things going through my head was slide Jeremy, and then like, what was Jeter doing there? So apparently it was a play that they had ran, and it was kind of a rover type of situation for him as the shortstop. And, special players make special plays. I mean, that's kind of what it boils down to. And that was a 1-0 ball game right there at that time. I think Zito and Mike Mussina had tied up into a really, really good ball game. And, runs were premium. And, the tough thing is we had Eric Burns on the bench, stretching his hamstrings to pinch run for Jeremy the next pitch.
Oh, wow.
And, so of course, we hit a double down the line, and Jeremy's carrying that piano on his back as he's running around. really wide turnaround third, and
Yeah, and the rest
there it
is
was.
history. Hey,
Yeah,
as we
that
wrap
was
up here
how.
real quickly, because I think we're almost out of time. The other, when Jeter got in the Hall of Fame, there's that trending argument. People say, well, he was one of the most overrated players of all time. What do you say to people who make that argument?
Well, they didn't. I think the people who say that just, they didn't watch the games. They didn't, they were your casual fan. I think, obviously he was an unbelievable, to be a leader and a captain of the New York Yankees for as long as he was. I don't think you could ever be overrated if that's how well respected you are in that clubhouse. I think it's a no-brainer.
All right, Tim Hudson, one of the all-time greats, four-time All-Star in the Braves Hall of Fame. In my opinion, should be in Cooperstown, but he is now at Auburn and having a great time. Listen, God bless you and your family, Tim, and we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You bet. War Eagle.